In this video, I'm going to give you the lessons that I've learned so far of being married. I've been married for a whole 8 months, about, May 17th of 2024. But I'm talking about this because I just want to be real and the realness of it. And hopefully if you are early on your marriage, or you're engaged, or you're dating to get married, that you take some insight from this. So hopefully, to extend the enjoyment and everything of your relationship. These are things that I wish that I had learned early on in my dating. So I just want to share as much as I can. Again, if you all like these videos, like, comment, subscribe, share, trying to just be real about the real things so that we can just grow instead of just putting some fluff out on the internet. So from a marriage standpoint, number one, communications always wins. Oftentimes we have expectations of other people that are unmet because they don't know what our expectation of is, and we just don't talk about it. And then we basically rate them against an expectation that we have without telling them or without talking to them. And then we build up resentment. When you're able to communicate your feelings about something, when you're able to communicate your point of view of something in a way that is team constructed. When you're in a relationship, you are a team. So that communication is not just like, hey, I'm pitting myself against you. It's we are going at this as a team. And whether it's something that it's like we disagree about, it's like we're disagreeing about the thing and not just, in contention with each other. Or when it's expectations, like, hey, let's have a conversation about expectations about the thing instead of just, being pit against each other. Having those conversations and being able to be real and being able to actually talk about the root cause of a thing, except for fluff and just starting arguments about something that's not the root cause, is going to just extend your happiness, because it's going to get your relationship deeper, a lot more fulfilling, and a lot more vulnerable and real. What we learned in 2022, so I went through this kind of a weird, I was just in a really bad headspace. We went to couples counseling, and our couples counselor was phenomenal. Couples therapy, couples counseling, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely phenomenal. For me, what I was doing was there was work stress. I felt like there was life stress, everything. And I would really put that on Carly and just be like, she would end up feeling like she's the problem because I would not know how to communicate my feelings about kind of my day or kind of what was going on, or something deeper inside that I might have been embarrassed to talk about, right? And so she would say, hey, give it 2 scales. What out of a 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, what you're reacting, and logically what the thing is. So for example, this is just kind of just a random example. This is not a pointed example at all, but it's like, okay, if someone left a dish out, then I could say, and if it really annoyed me, I could say, hey, babe, I'm reacting to this as a 4 out of 10. I know that it's a 0.5 out of 10, but I'm reacting to it. It's a 4 out of 10 because of X, Y, Z. Can we talk about this thing? Right. And so what it does is, instead of just sitting back and saying, I am actually going to react on this level, it's saying, mentally, this is how I feel, but I know that it's this over here. It automatically makes the other person, or disarms the other person, so they can have a conversation, so you can come to an understanding, and it's like some conversations, like, they might seem petty and sheepish or whatever, but it's like you have to have those, because if you're feeling those internally, it's like being able to have those conversations, being able to be real about them and being able to be vulnerable. It allows the other person insight into who you are and how your mind works. And at the end of the day, you want that, because if you're on the same team, it's like, hey, I want to know who I'm going to bed with right next to every single night. And I want to be able to have a deeper understanding so that I can draw closer to that person instead of not having an understanding and end up pulling apart. So communication always wins. Number 2, having a shared vision is so much fun, and it brings you closer together. When you're dating, you end up going and you're like, I like this stuff and I like this stuff, and like we do this stuff together, and it's always great to have, right? So when we got married, we did this unity candle part of the ceremony. We both had our own lit candles, and we lit our candle together, but we kept our candles lit as well. And the reason is because you don't want to blow out your own candle, even though you are now one and you have your own candle, but you don't want to blow out your own candle because you're 2 individuals. But putting those candles together, it's like, hey, now we're molding things together, and we want to have a shared vision. So for us, our shared vision of our life is, hey, have some kids. Like, we love being out in the country, as you all have seen. Like, we have some land out in Texas to build on that land. And that's a project for us. And it excites us, because it's like, oh, now we're excited to do something. I talk about it on Instagram. Rick Lane barbecue's a thing, and sauces and syrups and rubs and stuff like that. And it's because we ultimately one day want to buy even more land and have Jasper Farms. Carly loves animals. We love doing things outdoors. She loves sewing. She's huge in the sewing community. We just kind of love that kind of homesteading type of lifestyle. So this is a shared vision that we have, and it's fun because every single day we can talk about our collective dreams together and how we're individually going to contribute to those. So, making sure that you have a shared vision, so you're not just kind of going together, being together, but always having your own individual things, but never have anything that brings you together except for maybe kids or something like that. You want to have a shared, collective vision, shared family vision. That stuff always helps. Number 3, last thing, because I'll keep this one short, I'm sure I'll make a part 2 video, is don't fight responsibility, embrace the new opportunity. So when it comes to marriage, you have bigger responsibilities, right? You have more responsibilities. You're not just responsible for yourself. You're not just responsible for your spouse. You are for sure, but you're also now are typically, financially and, relationally, spiritually, all of these other things, because now you're saying, hey, we're setting the table for what this relationship is going to be, and this marriage is going to be, that's going to form into, for us, a family. And so when it comes into a family, there's other dependents that we're like, okay, from a financial standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, from a just house organization, from a how things are going to flow day to day standpoint. These are different responsibilities, but let's not fight them. Let's look at them as opportunities, because as we see things as opportunities, we're like, ooh, we can get better. And when you see something as an opportunity, you are able to grow in it. You know that you're not going to be perfect early on, but it's an opportunity. Right now, Carly is pregnant, and I'm looking at this as, hey, as an opportunity to grow. And for me, my opportunity is, I don't like to be inconvenienced. I am a very regimented person. I like things done on time, a certain way, boom, 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 because I like to be efficient and like to be, damn near militant in that. But I know that when we have a child, all of that stuff is got to go out the window. So what I've been really doing and practicing is trying to be a little bit more lax with my time and my schedule and stuff. Is like, okay, schedule things when I can, but if things don't go to plan, just take it as an opportunity, because my schedule is going to be completely disrupted when, our baby comes in, and it's going to be disrupted in such a good way because I'm going to learn, and I'm taking that as, ooh, this is a new opportunity to grow. So if you see big responsibilities as something where it's like, ooh, big, scary, people used to tell me all the time, like, oh, when you guys move in together, it's just going to be it's like, yeah, obviously, because when you're doing something that's different and that's bigger, it's going to be different. It's going to be more of a responsibility. But if it's something that you want to do, you're going to have to grow into it one way or the other. And if you don't, you're going to end up out of it, because you aren't embracing the opportunity. You're rejecting what is. And so then you end up going back to who you were, right? And so in life, we want to consistently progress. And sometimes it's tough, but embracing new responsibilities as opportunities is going to help. So again, 3 things that I've learned in my short marriage career, my short marriage so far, that's still going, not short marriage like it's still going. Number 1, communication always wins. Number 2, having a shared vision is fun. It brings you closer together, gives you things to do and talk about and plan for. And number 3, not to fight responsibility, embracing responsibility as a new opportunity to grow. So if you all like this video, if it helped you, like, comment, share, subscribe. If it didn't help you, but you think it could help somebody else, send it their way. See you all next time. Peace.